Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the new series Obi-Wan Kenobi on Disney+. This is just going to be sort of like a talk about it and review of it. So let's not waste any time, let's just get right into it. So basically, we'll do like a quick recap first. So Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's a retired Jedi who decides that he's gonna look out for Luke Skywalker. So he travels to Tatooine and gives Luke to his uncle and aunt, Owen Lars, and his Aunt Beru. So he gets a job. He's like a normal citizen of Tatooine, but he loosely follows Luke and, makes sure that he's not in trouble at all. So he's just minding his business when Owen comes to him one day and he's like, "Hey, Obi-Wan, stop. I don't want him to become a Jedi. You can't make him." And Obi-Wan's like, "What? But he needs to. One day I'm gonna need to train him in the ways of the Force." But Owen says no. So then Owen gets interrogated by the third sister, and he doesn't give up Kenobi's place, but he says, "No, I didn't do it for you, I just did it for myself and my family." So we go over to Princess Leia's home planet, I believe, where she is running with her droid, and she's running away from her parents, and she gets caught. She's told to go back to the palace. Some stuff happens, and she decides to run away again. But this time, she gets intercepted by some, kidnappers, and they are working with the third sister, and she's using Princess Leia to draw Obi-Wan out so she can get him and probably kill him. So Leia's father gets Obi-Wan, and he's like, "Hey, we need your help. She's in danger." And Obi-Wan's like, "No, sorry, my duty is to protect Luke, the boy." And, Bail Organa, Leia's father, is like, "What? But Luke doesn't need your help, and Leia does." And Obi-Wan pulls the classic movie conflict starter. "I'm not the man you used to know. Sorry, I can't help you," which is kind of just a easy way to create conflict, I think. But anyways, he thinks about it, and he decides, "You know what, I was a Jedi once, and my duty is to help people," so he decides that he's gonna go help Leia. So he digs up his and Anakin's old lightsabers in the sand, and gets on a transport to find Leia. So a lot of stuff happens in between then. He finds Leia, they try to escape, and the third sister catches them at one point, and Leia gets to where they need to go first, but then the third sister confronts Obi-Wan, and then the Inquisitor comes in, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing? That's not what we were supposed to do. Leave him alone. If Kenobi's here, I will take care of him." And then she basically just stabs him, and, that's it. She taunts Obi-Wan a little. She's like, "Anakin Skywalker's alive. He's Darth Vader. Guess what?" And he's like, "What? No, that can't be." And then we cut to, a scene of Darth Vader getting, regenerated and revived and stuff. So then the next episode happens. There's more running around. At the very end, basically, there's a mini confrontation with Vader and Obi-Wan, where Obi-Wan kind of just stands there and takes it, and Vader tries to kill him. Fire happens. They get Obi-Wan out of safety. Vader doesn't do a single thing except watch menacingly, which is a little bit weird. And that's about where we're left off at the moment. So, my first complaint, I'd say, is the fact that Vader didn't do anything. He just watched. He could have definitely split the fire, or jumped over it, or just walked through it, or something crazy like that, and just got Obi-Wan. Because, we've seen him do stuff like that before. He could definitely do it if he needed to. But no, he's just gonna stand there menacingly because we don't want them to get caught too fast. There needs to be more conflict. So, in my opinion, that was kind of dumb. But it's forgivable. The next thing is it creates a lot of inconsistencies in like the plot. So like one example is how like Alec Guinness's Obi-Wan Kenobi looks like he's like 60 or 70, but the Ewan McGregor one looks like he's in his 40s. And mind you, A New Hope takes place like 9 years after this. Like literally, because Luke is 19 in A New Hope, and Leia and Luke are both 10 in this one, in this series. So it doesn't seem very realistic that he would age from like this 40-year-old man to like a 60, 70-year-old in 9 years. So that was one of my things that I didn't like about it. The Inquisitor is another plot inconsistency. How like don't quote me on this because I haven't seen Rebels all the way through, but the Inquisitor is the main villain of that, or at least for a little while he is, and he gets killed here, and I believe, like, once again, I'm not sure, but I believe that Rebels takes place after this. So if that's true, that doesn't make sense. If you've seen the Jedi Survivor trailer, which is the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order that's coming out next year, it seems as though the Inquisitor is the main villain of that game as well, or at least one of the main villains of that, and I believe that also takes place after Kenobi. So that's something that's a little bit inconsistent, if you ask me. Another thing that I think my dad pointed out was that in Return of the Jedi, Leia says something about not remembering her mother very well, and that her mother died when she was like very young. And in this, mind you, Leia is supposed to be 10, and at the age of 10, I believe that you'd remember stuff, because like Leia's mom is in the show, and I remember stuff from when I was 10, but like it seems like there's got to be some. That's another thing that they're gonna have to explain. That's of course secondhand. That wasn't something that I noticed, but yeah, that's kind of a big thing too. There's a couple other things, but just to keep this review kind of on the shorter side, I'm gonna skip over them and maybe mention them in my like full review of the series once the series is over. But I'm gonna, just to keep this video short, I'd say I definitely think that this is just a fun series to watch. Like, just the way that my brain works is that, like, some of these inconsistencies make it, like, harder for me to watch it, because I'm like, why did he say that when this should have actually been what he said, or why isn't this happening right now? So that's just kind of why this video is less of a like review, I guess, and more of just kind of like me kind of trying to just vent about some of the stuff that I was confused about. But my full review, of course, I'll definitely do once the series is like complete, because I, probably don't have a good understanding of the series from 2 or 3 episodes. I think we're 3 episodes in now. So I will definitely do a better review then, but until this is more of just like a vent video, I guess you could say. But if you are a Star Wars fan and you haven't seen it, which I mean I hope you have, because I just kind of spoiled a lot of the stuff about the show in this video. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend watching it it's just a fun series. Like, it's not necessarily like brilliant or like that by any means, but it's just overall so far enjoyable series. I think I'd rate it like a 7 out of 10, just because of like the inconsistencies and everything. But other than that, I definitely am enjoying it. I'm excited to do my like full review of it once the series concludes. But until then, I think that's going to do it for this video. If you did enjoy, for any reason, please like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you need to do. And I think that's it. So I will see you in the next video. I think I have a Doctor Strange review or more gaming coming up. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you later. Bye!